Alright guys, in this video I'm going to teach you guys about Markdown. Now most of you guys have heard of Markdown from GitHub, okay? But some people use it to write blogs and to write articles online. So basically I'm going to teach you how to actually use Markdown syntax. Now let's get started. So to do this, we're going to come here and we're going to start with the headings. So just like in HTML, you have headings from 1 to 6. So you could come here and say hashtag, right, H1. So all you have to do is put in the hashtag, and anything that comes in after a space is your text, which is going to be wrapped around a H1 tag. Now if you come here and do 2, you're going to get the H2. Come here, put 3, get the H3. Come into here, put in 4, you get the H4. Come here, put in 5, you get the H5. Come here, put in the 6, and you get the H6. So there you go. There's all your headings right there. Now let's talk about paragraph. Automatically, as soon as you start writing, everything is considered a paragraph at first. So you could come here and say this is a paragraph, okay? And then as soon as you press enter, automatically this other line is considered another paragraph. So you could say this is another paragraph. Now if I come here and I double tab on enter, I can now get a spacing in between, which is going to be, this is the last paragraph. Okay, so as you can see, when you do one space, this is how much space you get in between. Now when you do double, this is how much you're gonna get in between. Now this doesn't mean that if I come here and start pressing enter a million times, this is gonna change. Nope, this is gonna stay the same. It's always gonna go one line at a time. Okay, so even though you pressed it a million times, it's only gonna show you the space in between them like that. All right, now if I come here, delete this, and I want to say I want to make some text which is italic. To do this, all I have to do is say this is my text, italic, and I want to come here and put in this in italic. So I will say underscore and then underscore, and anything between those two underscores is gonna be italic. All right, so I could come here and say something, this is a line in italic. Now if I want to do bold, now all you're gonna do is we're gonna copy this, and instead of using one underscore, you're gonna put in two underscores, and that makes it bold. All right, now if I come down here and I say this is a weird line, and then I try to do underscore asterisk, right, and say underscore, well, asterisk underscore, you will see it will turn it into italic. All right, now if I come down here and do it like this, put it there, you will see it becomes bold. All right, so there you go. Those are the very simple text styles that I can show you guys. All right, now the next thing that we're going to talk about is block quotes. So let's say the world is yours. Okay, the world is yours. How can we make this into a block quote? Very simple. We could come here and put in like that. All right, so anything that's after the greater than and a space will be inside of a quote, right? So a block quote. Now if I come here and also I want to say I want to use some more different levels, I can come here and do something like this and say, for example, Joe is here. Now one thing that you're going to notice is that since we are inside of this block quote, automatically this becomes part of that block quote. You want to make sure that you click enter one more time to get out of that, okay? Because if not, if you're right below it, then you're gonna be inside of that block quote. All right, now you can also do this like that, okay, and say, hey, I want this to be like a subsection of this block quote. Okay, so it's pretty simple. Now the next thing that I want to show you guys is list. How to write list inside of Markdown. Well, this is very simple. You could come here, use the asterisk, you could use the plus, or you could use the dash. Okay, now I'm gonna use the one that I like the most, which is just the asterisk. It's simple. So I could come here, put in asterisk, and say apple, banana, okay, orange. All right, now let's say I want this to be numbered. Well, you will have to come here and say 1 dot, right, 2 dot, and 3 dot, and there you go. So you have your list numbered. Now if you want to have like a subsection inside of a list, well, you will come here right under banana and put in an asterisk. So instead of having this 3 like that, you come here, press tab, and then the asterisk, and then whatever your text is. Banana from Florida. Okay, same thing down here. Delete this, press tab, from Florida. Okay, and this one we're gonna say from I don't know, Maine. I don't know, or let's say Mass. I don't even know who has apples. I think every state has apples, no? Okay, so the next thing that we're gonna look at is, let's say we have a code block. This is very important when you are writing things for GitHub, because you want to give some explanations, some cool things, right? So let's say you wanted to show something like this, right? You could come here and do this very simple. All you have to do is press tab and say npm run watch, and automatically this is a code block. But as you can see, there's no syntax highlighting, there's nothing, like it's gonna be plain. It's just people know that it's actually code. That's it. Whenever you press in a tab, automatically it puts inside of a code block. But if you want to get syntax highlighting, I'm gonna come down here and I'm gonna do it like this. You're gonna use 3 tildes. So you're gonna say tilde, 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 and then say bash, okay, which is whatever language it is or whatever syntax you want it to be used, then you will put it in like that. Now for bash, there's nothing there. But let's say if I wanted to put in some JavaScript, I could come down here and say like this, JavaScript, okay, and say var, let's say var name equals to Joe, and there you go. So as you can see, you get that syntax highlighting. Same thing if I wanted to come down here and put in Ruby, right, which is the language that I'm going to use. I could come in, put in Ruby, and say put name, okay, come here, say name equals to Joe, and puts name. So there you go. So we have the regular code block, we have bash, we have JavaScript, and we have Ruby. And like I said, you just got to put in the language that you're actually using. All right, now I'm going to delete this and I'm going to start writing a regular sentence. So let's say all you have to do is run, and then I want to actually use a basically like a a function name or a method or some type of let's say some type of code within the sentence, then I will use the tilde again. So I will say tilde, right? And then come here and say print, right, name, and there you go. So automatically it will tell them like, hey, this is actually a code right here. So within your sentence at any moment you could write code inside of it. Now let's say you wanted to do a horizontal line. You can do this by putting 3 asterisks together and pressing enter. Automatically that will become a horizontal line. Okay, you could also do it with 3 dashes. You can also do it with a dash, a space, a dash, a space. Okay, and it's a little bit thicker. Or you could just come here and put in a whole bunch of different asterisks, and it will do the same thing. Okay, now let's say we wanted to make a link. How would we do this? Well, very simple. I could come here and do brackets and say click button, right? Click button, and then I will pass in some parentheses and say http google.com, and as you can see, this will become a link. Now if we want to put in an image, all we have to do is come here, put in this, and then brackets, and say this is an image of Goku. Okay, now we're also going to pass in parentheses, put in the URL of the image. Okay, and pretty much that's what we get. Now if I want to come here, put in some extra, I could say, hey, it's me, right? Oops, me Goku. Okay, so now there you see that we have the hey, it's me Goku. So pretty much we get a nice little image. All right, now if we wanted to do auto links, so auto links is when you say, okay, I'm putting a URL and I know this URL is what I want people to be linked to. Well, you could come here and say like this, put in something like http google.com. okay, and you don't have to put a slash, but just close it, and automatically this becomes a link to google.com. Now same thing for emails. You could come here and say like this, joe@gmail.com. all right, and close it like that, and that becomes a link to your emails. Now if you want to escape some letters, then it's very simple. We could come here, bring up a paragraph. I'm just gonna write, this is some paragraph about nothing. Okay, and then now if I want to escape some things, all I have to do is come here. If I wanted to do italic, of course I will do this, right? So about becomes italic. But if I wanted to escape that, then what I would do is I will put in backslash. Okay, and then here I will also put in backslash, and there you go. So automatically it shows the asterisk. So we're just escaping that from actually showing up. All right, now the last thing that we're going to talk about is creating columns. So columns can be not difficult, but sometimes annoying. So I'm going to create like a little quick table. So I'm going to say something like this, column 1. All right, or let's say ID, right? Let's put in ID, and then put in the pipe, put in, let's say, title. Okay, put in, let's say, title and price. I don't know, right? Now we're gonna put in colon, then we put in 2 dashes, then a pipe, then space, colon, dash, space, pipe, colon, 2 dash, and there you go. So now to actually put in the data within this table, all you will have to do is put in the first data, then put in a pipe, then put in title, let's say Yeezys, okay, pipe, and a price of 450. And there you go. So now you have a table. Pretty simple, pretty easy, guys. And that's it. That's pretty much Markdown within 15 minutes, guys. Now, I want to tell you guys, if you guys want to learn how to code and get a job as soon as possible, visit codingphase.com. You will get a whole bunch of courses for a single price, right? You could sign up for the monthly, you could sign up for the yearly, you could sign up for the lifetime, or you could buy each course individually at a very reasonable price. Okay, now you have access to all of my courses, so go check it out, man. Literally original prices over $1,000 if you was to buy all of the courses at once. But if you come in and you subscribe, you get a great deal, way better than anything that anybody's out there offering. So check it out, codingphase.com. I'll see you guys later. Bye.